The NPU isn't the only part of MySilicon X that has been built from the ground up. Oppo's in-house ISP has been customer designed to capture image with an incredible 20-bit, 120 dB dynamic range, allowing for a contrast level of 1 million to 1 between the brightest and the darkest part of the image, and that means a four-fold increase in usable dynamic range with MySilicon X. Of course, what really matters is how this number looks in real life. And with MySilicon X, lifelike HDR content is better than ever. These sample videos highlight just how much MySilicon X has enhanced the dynamic range. In the video on the right, our colleague was standing against a bright panel, and her skin tone was perfectly reproduced with vivid color, while the rest failed to record it. Not only enhancing light, MySilicon X brings out the saturation of color tones to reveal a full palette that looks beautifully realistic. What's more, all of the processing used to do this is conducted in the raw domain. Let me quickly explain what this means. You may know that improvement in smartphone video and photography over the past few years has mainly been driven by advances in computational photography. Typically, however, the computing happens at the very end of image pipeline, mostly in VUV domain. Take Find S3 Pro as an example. The VUV domain processing can only execute basic AI algorithm and 18-bit HDR fusion. In the conversion from RAW to RGB, and then from RGB to VUV, much of the original image information is lost, with no way of bringing them back. When we first began designing MySilicon X, we made it our goal to work in the raw domain, the most challenging front end of the image pipeline, to perform advanced AI processing and 20-bit HDR fusion. The raw domain contains richer information with better linearization, consistency, and color. This means there's a lot of room for additional processing. By performing our image processing in the raw domain, we are able to preserve more details compared to the conventional image pipeline. You are probably wondering, if processing in raw domain offers so many benefits, why isn't everyone doing it? The answer is because of the sheer amount of data in the raw domain, plus the need to minimize delays. It's extremely demanding on both algorithm design and computing power. That's why it's so rare to see image processing performed directly in the raw domain. And that's why we have put so much power into MySilicon X, 18 trillion operations per second, to be exact. Thanks to its super high computing power and large throughput, we can now apply algorithms like HDR and AI noise reduction to raw image in real time. This is all new high in smartphone image performance. 4K HDR, AI night video, and real-time previews, with each frame as clean as a still photo. Remember the RGBW sensor announced earlier? We took the sensor pattern into consideration when we first started designing MySilicon X, and now we have the hardware needed to unlock the full potential of the new sensor. Using a dual image pipeline and 2 times raw super sampling, we can process the RGB and W signals separately before combining them to achieve 1.7 times more texture. With RGBW Pro mode, we have maximized the potential of the RGBW sensor, all the way from its customized pattern to the dedicated image pipeline. Alongside its innovative architecture, Silicon X is also built using TSMC's advanced 6nm process node. This allows us to pack in the mind-blowing computing power needed to deliver generational leap in the efficiency. So that's Silicon X, the first imaging NPU designed by Oppo, with its best-in-class power efficiency, Ultra HDR SP, and multi-tier memory architecture delivering 18 trillion operations per second, 20-bit ultra-dynamic range, lossless raw real-time processing, and enhanced RGBW Pro mode. With Silicon X and our AI imaging processing algorithm, we are achieving a leap in computational photography, bringing us the most advanced video shooting experience yet with 4K HDR AI night video. The power of Silicon X supports up to 4K AI processing using lossless data in the raw domain, unleashing the full potential of Oppo's AI noise reduction algorithm to create a clearer, sharper videos and capture larger dynamic range and more colors for more lifelike, immersive video. Let's take a look at a sample 4K AI night video taken using a Silicon X empowered prototype device under nighttime conditions. Now, we can shoot bright and clear 4K AI video even in low light conditions. Compare this to life before Silicon X, where enabling AI enhancement would force the resolution down to 1080p